Hi, have you ever had the feeling that your phone or your virtual assistant are listening to you? Well, today I start a series where I go through one of the many things we might be afraid of when it comes to AI. And in this first case, which by the way is totally fictional, we will talk about privacy. I'm PixelPia, your host, and I will guide you through the intricate maze of ethics in the digital age. Today's scenario touches the daily lives of many people. It is the case of the eavesdropping virtual assistant. AI-powered virtual assistant has become prevalent in our homes. They play our favorite songs, set our alarms, and even control our lights. But imagine, even though these are conveniences, your private conversations being recorded far beyond your command or consent. This is the reality we're exploring in the case of the eavesdropping virtual assistant. A fictional but yet alarming realistic virtual assistant. This device, designed to make life easier, is now at the center of a major privacy scandal for recording personal conversations without the user's knowledge. Is this a necessary sacrifice for smarter technology or a grave violation of privacy? Where do we draw the line? And who holds the power to draw that line? Let's unravel the ethical dilemma entwined in our smart homes. Let's dive into our case for today. Let me remind you that this is all fictional, but not impossible. Imagine a device, let's call it Voice Helper, an AI assistant found in many homes. It's designed to respond to your voice command, help you with daily tasks, provide information, and much more. But there's a twist. In our story, the users of Voice Helper start noticing something unsettling. Their private conversations, not intended for Voice Helper, are being recorded. This issue comes to light when a series of users report hearing playback of private conversations and private discussions that were never meant to be saved or analyzed. The revelation causes an uproar. An investigation reveals that Voice Helper's software has been recording and storing these conversations and discussions due to a supposed feature meant to improve user experience. But the question arises, did the users know? Was this an acceptable part of the service, buried in the terms and conditions, or was it a clear violation of personal privacy? This scenario opens a Pandora's box of questions about privacy in the age of AI. What rights do we have over our conversations in our own homes? How much do we unknowingly consent to in our use of the smart technology? And critically, where is the line between helpful service and intrusive surveillance? As we examine this case, remember, while Voice Helper is a fictional example, the issue it raises are very real and pressing in today's world. The privacy implications of AI technology are growing concerns, and it is crucial that we address them. So let's proceed to try and understand both sides of the debate. How far should AI go in learning from us? And at what cost to our personal privacy? Let's hear what my AI-created pro and con advocates has to say. And let's start with the pros.
Good evening. The case of Voice Helper, while fictional, brings to light crucial questions about AI and privacy. But let's establish some facts. Voice Helper, like any AI virtual assistant, operates on the principle of voice activation. This necessitates a certain level of continuous listening. It's the cornerstone of its functionality. Now about the recordings. The purpose behind storing snippets of conversation is solely to refine and improve user experience, to understand context, accents, dialects, and so on. It's a standard practice in the industry aimed at enhancing the service provided to users. It's also important to note that users, when they choose to bring these devices into their homes, agree to certain terms and conditions. These often include consent for data collection and analysis, which is a norm across tech services. The issue, therefore, isn't about privacy invasion, but about a broader industry standard that prioritizes service improvement. Furthermore, consider the broader benefits. The advancements in AI have led to significant improvements in accessibility, convenience, and even security. We should not overlook these positives in the wake of one problematic aspect, which, I stress, is not about malintent but about technological and service advancement. In conclusion, while privacy is paramount, we must also recognize the realities of technological evolution and the inherent requirements of AI systems like Voice Helper. Thank you.
And of course, now let's hear from the other side, the cons.
Ladies and gentlemen, we stand at a critical juncture in our relationship with technology. The case of Voice Helper isn't just about a fictional AI assistant, it's a reflection of a growing concern in our society, the erosion of personal privacy. Voice Helper's recording of private conversations, regardless of intent, is a blatant invasion of privacy. When individuals bring these devices into their homes, they do not sign away their right to privacy. The issue here is the lack of clear, explicit consent. Varied terms and conditions cannot be an excuse for recording personal, private conversations. The argument that this is for service improvement doesn't hold up against the fundamental right to privacy. Users expect these devices to assist them, not to eavesdrop on private moments. This breach of trust is not just unethical, it also sets a dangerous precedent about what we are willing to accept in the name of convenience. Moreover, consider the potential misuse of such data. In an age where data is gold, the implications of such recordings being misused, leaked, or hacked are enormous and frightening. To conclude, this debate isn't against technological advancement. It's about drawing a line, about ensuring that our pursuit of smarter technology doesn't come at the cost of our basic rights. Voice Helper's actions, fictional or not, highlight a real and urgent need to re-evaluate our approach to AI and privacy. Thank you.
Now you have heard from both sides. Now it's time to turn to you. The issue of privacy versus technological convenience is not just theoretical. It affects all of us who uses these devices in our daily life. Think about your own home. How comfortable are you with the idea that your virtual assistant might be listening in on more than just your commands? Is this a trade-off you are willing to accept for the benefits these devices bring? Or do you believe this is a step too far, a breach of the trust we place in technology? I want to hear your thoughts. Do you side with the pro side, accepting that these recordings are part of improving the service and a result of the technology we have embraced? Or do you agree with the concept that this is an unacceptable invasion of privacy? Share your opinions and thoughts in the comments down below. Tell us about your experience and where you stand on these issues. Your insights are invaluable. This conversation is more than about a fictional case. It's about shaping the future of privacy in an AI-driven world. So let your voice be heard. But let me start on a more encouraging note. What can be done to prevent such invasion of privacy? How can we enjoy the benefits of AI virtual assistant while safeguarding our privacy? Well, first and foremost, transparency is key. Companies must clearly inform users about what data is collected and how it is used. This information should be upfront, not hidden in the fine print. Users deserve to make informed decision. Next, control should be in the hands of the users. Features like easily accessible privacy setting, options to opt out of data collection, and the ability to delete recorded data can empower users to protect their privacy. On a much larger scale, regulatory measures might be necessary. This could include laws specifically tailored to AI privacy concerns, ensuring that companies adhere to strict data protection standards. And finally, an ongoing dialogue. As technology evolves, so should our conversation about ethics and privacy. It's a collaborative effort involving companies, users, lawmakers, and tech experts. By working together, we can strike a balance between enjoying technological advancements and maintaining a right to privacy. It's clear that the intersection of AI and privacy is complex and ever evolving. We have heard strong arguments from both sides, and now the conversations continue with you. Your perspective, experiences, and voices are what will drive this conversation forward. So keep sharing, keep discussing, and stay informed. Today's case may be fictional, but the question it raises are very real and relevant. As we integrate more AI into our lives, let's remain vigilant about our digital rights and privacy. Join me next week as I tackle another thought-provoking topic: the over-reliance on technology and AI in the fictional case of the AI-dependent classroom. Until then, stay curious, stay aware, keep the conversation going, and never stop learning. Bye!